Okay, this is another problem here. Let's just check it really quick. What the problem is asking you to do is says it is stating that the unit weight or specific weight of the brass is 520 pounds per cubic feet, and then it's asking for determine the density. Remember, density and weight are different. So, what are the root units for density in the SI system? The root units for the density is kilogram per cubic meter. That's what we have to do. Now this problem can be, all these problems can be tackled in tons of different ways, but I mean, I like using easy conversions. Uh, you go here and you have the 520 pounds per cubic feet, and I don't know if you remember, but you should remember that I told you before, I use very basic conversions like 1 kilogram, for example, is 2.2406 2.2046 pounds. And you can approximate these really easy to 2.2 as well and get good results. I know this is mass, I know this is weight, I know you're gonna kill me or you're gonna try to or insult me at least. Don't do it because I already explained that before these terms it was used interchangeable. You can have a kilogram force or a kilogram mass. But now, if you want to convert pounds to Newton, you just multiply this by 9.81, and then you have the equivalence also between pounds and Newton. But this problem is perfect because I have to go from pounds to kilogram, and this is the conversion right here. So what do I have to do? I have to multiply by 1 kilogram and divide by 2.2046, which you can use 2.2 safely also as a conversion unit for that. Now we already have, look, pounds and pounds. Now I have to convert cubic feet into meter, cubic meter, to be in the unit that I need to be. And I know that 1 feet is 0.3048 meters. Now feet is in the denominator. That means that in my factor here, the factor that I'm going to be placing in this part has to be in the numerator. So then I'm gonna put here 1 feet. 1 feet is equivalent to 0.3048 meter. However, I have to go from cubic feet to meter cube, so then I have to cube this as well. So I'm gonna cube it right there. And now this cubic feet is gonna cancel with this cubic feet here, and my answer will be in kilogram cubic meter. How much is all this mess that I put over there? Let's use the. By the way, if you anytime forget about those constants or you don't remember the constant and your professor don't want to tell you, and you're using this calculator, which is a very common calculator, uh, you just have conversion here. For example, let's say that I want to know how much is 1 pound into kilogram for saying something. So then I put one here and I go to convert and then English to metric and then look, pound to kilogram. There you go. 1 pound in kilogram is that. If I want to know kilogram to pound, I can use the table over there or I can just divide by, use the reciprocal of this, 2.2046 or 2.2 you can use. These are the constant. In case that you forget the constant, that you shouldn't. But anyway, so I'm gonna get 520. I'm gonna divide by that number that I already have there, and I'm gonna divide by 0.3048 to the third. Important, and that's gonna give you 8,329.6. So we're gonna copy that number over there. 8,329.6 kilogram per cubic meter. Now, kilogram per cubic meter, but it says use an appropriate prefix, and also we should be using an appropriate number of significant figures, because if the professor asks you to use significant figures, of course. But if the professor is asking you to use significant figures, you can express it with two significant figures. Unless you have a dot here, and if you have a dot here, then it will be three significant figures. But let's forget about the significant figures for now, and let's just express this uh, in the appropriate prefixes. For me, to me, myself, and I, that would be the perfect answer. Why? Because I work with kilograms and I work with cubic meter. That to me means something. I know how much is the weight of the kilogram physically, or what is the mass the weight of the kilogram represents. How do I know that? You get this, for example. I'm gonna cover the advertisement here. This is a bottle of water, regular size. This is 1 pound. Let's say two of those is 1 kilogram. I can relate to what a kilogram means. I know what a cubic meter means. I mean, this is a meter, this is a meter, this is a meter. So you cube that, that's kind of the volume. So I'm used to working kilograms and cubic meters or in pounds and cubic feet. I don't have any problem with that. But the problem is asking you to express this in the appropriate prefix, meaning zero point 0.1 to 1000, that number. So if you have to express that in between zero point 0.1 and 1000, then and you want to express that in three, let's say that you have a dot here, and it's three significant figures, I don't know. Then the number will be 8.33, and I take this 3 out, meaning I'm gonna, instead of kilogram, I can now say that this number is 8.33 times 10 to the third kilogram cubic meter, or I can say that is 8.33 kilogram times 10 to the third megagram cubic meter. In my mind, in my opinion, this is way better expressed than this one. I'm just showing you the possibilities. Possibilities are endless. Okay, guys, see you next problem.